Oh, God, man. Shit. Alright. If you're watching this, then that means it's been 3 years since I watched. God, I don't know what I'm feeling, dude. But it's been 3 years since I finished Persona 5 Royal, and like, God, I don't know what I'm feeling, dude. But like, it's just so weird. Like, I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just gonna like ramble for maybe an hour. I don't know, but like, I'm gonna say and like a lot because I keep doing that. It's like it's like, oh my God, it's a habit. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna edit this because I just want to get it out there. You can skip ahead. If I start, oh my God, if I start just not saying anything for a while, it's because I'm thinking, and feel free to like skip ahead 5 seconds because I'll probably continue talking by then. But yeah, 3 years. I don't even know where to begin. I just decided to hop into my closet and start recording this, but yeah, what can I say? Persona 5 is a game that means a lot to me, and Persona 5 Royal is it's up there as like one of the biggest things to influence me, like my entire life and like how I think and stuff, right? Like, God, it's I originally wanted to make like a whole ass video series this year, diving into my story with the game and my thoughts, and I would like recap the entire plot of P5R. And then today would be the day that I'd upload the finale, and it was supposed to be like a long ass tribute, maybe spanning like 10 hours. But unfortunately, actually no, it's probably fortunate that life got in the way, because otherwise I wouldn't have wasted a bajillion hours trying to work on like this project when I would probably only get like 5 views on it. But yeah, Persona 5 Royal is the single most important game in my entire life, and depending on the day, it's either the biggest thing in my entire life, the biggest piece of media to impact me in my entire life, either that or like One Piece, but it just depends on what I'm feeling that day. But like, yeah, Royal it means a lot to me. Like I said, I was gonna go make a long ass series talking about my history with the game, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for a while because I'm ass at making videos and I don't got the time. And I was actually just supposed to like finish a drawing tribute to Royal that I started the day of me finishing it back in 2020, but I never ended up finishing it. It's just a sketch right now. But I want to finish it, but I don't know if I should. I don't know, it's weird. I'm feeling weird shit right now, man. Yeah. I guess I'll just like talk about my story with the game, and then like later on, once I actually want to start making the series, probably like a year or two from now, if I decide to pursue YouTube more. But yeah. So back in 2020, dude, that was 3 years ago. What the shit? Back in 2020, the pandemic started, and actually no, I gotta rewind back to like 2019. Now that I'm thinking about it, 2019, they revealed that Persona 5 Royal was a game that is going to exist, and I was in the middle of my Persona 5 playthrough, and yeah, I thought, oh, that looks cool. I don't know what it is. Is it like a sequel or something? I should probably beat Persona 5 first. And eventually I did, but like the first Royal trailer to drop was back in like March or May, something like that. And then I finished vanilla P5 around October of 2019, and I remember that was the same month that Royal came out in Japan, and I remember getting spoiled a bit about it, but I was really intrigued. Through the footage we've seen that they decided to show, like shit, Akechi's back. They're in like this white palace thing. Wakaba's alive for some reason, and like Morgana's human. Like what? Like it was really interesting, and I didn't know what was going on, mainly because it was in Japanese, and I don't know how to read Japanese. But yeah, like I had no clue what was going on. It was around the same time I first discovered Theyre, because I think at that time I was trying to watch the trailers and stuff, and I think they're in the recommended was just this video by a YouTube channel called Theyre, and it was him, Medi Not the Bad Guy, and Flare Guy, and they were all discussing like the trailer. And the first one was like an actual analysis on it, and that was really why am I saying really insightful? It was just three dudes talking, but like it was cool to hear their thoughts on the trailers and stuff. And then the second video was just a bunch of dudes making jokes and like making schlock and stuff, and it was really funny. So that's how I found Theyre, and he's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers now, just because of the style of content he makes. But yeah, he earned a sub that day, and I got into I started my interest in P5R peaked now, and I wanted to see if they were right with the whole like, oh yeah, Maruki, he's like Aizen, and he's gonna slick his hair back up, and then he's gonna say, yeah, no, I am the bad guy, and I was working for Shido and like Kasumi, right? I'm gonna just slide you this shotgun, and you're gonna solve your problems on your own. Like it's funny because they were talking like that, and they were just joking, and then they got like a lot of it right. Like Maruki does slick his hair back up, and he does say like, yes, I am the big bad guy all along, and I will help you with your problems. And it's that when I got to that part in P5R, I was like, holy shit, they were right. What the shit? But yeah, that's later on. Who knows? Maybe an hour from now. But yeah, so yeah, Persona 5 Royal was out in Japan, and I tried to stay away from as many spoilers as possible, but I did get spoiled on a couple things. I think I found out that Maruki was the final palace dude, but I didn't know who he was until like I actually started playing the game, and then I remembered. And I think I got spoiled that Kasumi is actually dead. But yeah, apart from that, I was basically in the dark on what it would be like, and then we wouldn't get any confirmation of like a Western release until like don't quote me on that, but I don't know whenever they confirmed the Western release, but I just remember back in like February they released a trailer, and I got really hyped for it because it was like Morgana talking with Kasumi about shit, and then she called him senpai or something. Oh yeah, side tangent. I remember like the first reveal trailer for Royal dropped, and it was like Kasumi, or actually Sumire, but she was like standing in like the rain or whatever with an umbrella, and I think it was the trailer where like Akechi's like, actually never mind, but yeah, she's standing there, and I remember seeing comments where people were like, oh, new waifu, I already like her a lot, I'm gonna romance her during the game. And then I remember thinking like, dude, what the shit, we literally know nothing about her, why would you romance her already? Like, these guys are weird. This was back in like 7th grade, and I was less of a degenerate back then, I guess, but I didn't immediately hop on to the bandwagon of, oh yeah, Kasumi good, we love Kasumi. But then, like, later on, I decided, oh yeah, you know what, I already romanced On, and, like, I don't really want to romance any of the other girls. I might as well romance Kasumi during my playthrough of Royal. And then I went into her confidant, and, like, the first 5 ones were, like, pretty nice. Like, I already went in with, like, a romantic bias. Is that a thing? I don't know, but, like, hopefully you get what I'm saying. Like, I was aiming to romance her during that playthrough, and, like, I would choose all my decisions would, like, be the romantic ones. Like, oh, do you want to still go out romantically or whatever? And then she'd be like, no, I don't mean that. Friend zoned. But yeah, I did the first 5 confidant rank thingy events. I don't know, man, it's been 3 years. And I was like, dang, alright, she's pretty cool. I wonder when I get to, like, actually finish the confidant. Maybe I know it happens in the 3rd semester. I looked up a spoiler-free guide, but I can't wait till then. And then the whole shit was revealed with her being actually Sumire, and then her confidant, like, the rest of her confidant. And, like, at the time, I found it so relatable, and I just wanted to, like, hug her and protect her, because what she's been through was a lot, and I just felt really sorry for her. But she also became my, like, I actually loved her. Like, it's stupid to say, but like I legit fell in love with a fictional character. Like she was my childhood cartoon crush, I guess. But, like, no, her whole ass character arc is, like, one that really resonates with me, and I just really liked her. And then I romanced her, and then, like, I got all warm, fuzzy feelings in my heart whenever I did, yada yada. I was a dumb teen. I am still a dumb teen, but I'm now older and more dead inside, I guess. But yeah, she went from, like, oh yeah, I don't see why anybody would romance her, she's brand new, to, like, she is now my favorite fictional character of all time. And she still is. Most of the days, sometimes I feel like Maruki is my favorite fictional character of all time, but, like, it's just a coin toss between the two. And Akechi's, like, probably 5th or something like that. It's, like, the Royal Trio, they're some of my favorite written characters of all time. Like I said, I got sidetracked, but yeah. Sumire, I love her. She's great. I would not, like, I'm 17 right now, but I would not date a 15-year-old in real life. But I only say that I would date Sumire because she's fictional and she's not real. Otherwise, like, I'm not really into the whole, like, senpai thing, even though I'm stupid and I call, like, upperclassmen in my head senpai because I'm a little shitter. Oh my god. Anyway, I got sidetracked, dear god. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, February of 2020, the reveal trailer was something, I remember seeing it and I was like, oh shit, I cannot wait for this game. Like, it's finally time to unveil the hype I've been waiting for, dude. Oh my god. So I remember I made a big deal about sleeping over at one of my cousin's house because he would pre-order the game for me, and we never ended up doing that, but he did pre-order the game for me, and I was there. And I remember on the car ride home, I was, like, shaking with joy or whatever, holding the receipt, and I was just a excited kid. I couldn't wait to play the game and finally see what was going on and stuff. But yeah, a month later, and 331 happened. Or not 330. And then the day that everything changed, March 13th, 2020, the pandemic finally hit where I was living, and I found out that, we would be in quarantine for the next 2 to 4 weeks. Wow. that's cool. I don't have to go to school. This is gonna be great. And I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was thinking, oh, dude, I can't wait. I'm gonna get my copy of Royal, and I'm just gonna play through that. I can't wait, dude. And then, like, I didn't realize the magnitude of the situation, and that, like, the entire world was facing the pandemic, so everything was slowed down. And then, sorry, my friend texted me. And then I realized, oh shit, there's a global pandemic going on whenever it was March 31st. And I realized I can't go outside to my GameStop to get my copy of Royal. Dang, that sucks. So I got my cousin to do that for me. But then he went to the GameStop and they were like, you can't be here, but also, I'm sorry, we don't have any copies of Persona 5 Royal. And I'm like, what? Okay, maybe it'll be delayed a couple days. I can understand that. And then I had to wait like a whole ass month before they finally got their shipment of Royal copies. And I remember, I think it was April 24th was whenever they finally got their copies. But every day in April up until then, I remember waking up, not being able to leave the house, texting my cousin, hey, you're going on your daily jog, right? Can you go check to see if they have any copies of Royal at the GameStop? And then he would do that, and he would always say, no, they don't. Stop asking me, you little whiny boy. But yeah, that's a nice little memory I just remembered. Oh god. Yeah, so until April 24th, I didn't have Royal, and I kept getting agitated because I really wanted to play it. And I occupied myself with like several other different games. Like, I decided to pick up Persona 4 on the PS3 because like I had nothing better to do, and it was a Persona at least, and I didn't like playing it because it was on the PS3 and my controller was pretty broken, so I wasn't able to control my character well. I wasn't able to control you well. But also I don't remember what day Rick May died, but he passed away due to COVID, and I remember thinking, all right, this fucking sucks, man. That legend, god damn. And I hadn't experienced any form of death before, and that really hit me hard, even though I barely knew the guy. But he's like still a really cool dude and a legend. But yeah, it was the first time I experienced death, I guess, and then I decided, you know what, this is probably a good time to pick up Persona 3, because that game's all about death, which is a very, I don't know if it's like offensive or whatever that I decided to do that, but I don't know, who cares. I picked up Persona 3, I played it for a bit, I liked that game, but like I said, the controller was acting funny, and I'm still gonna go back to that game unless they decide to make Persona 3 remake in the near future. Atlas, please, I'm begging you, please, I need to play that game. Anyway, yeah, so I played Persona 3 and 4 while waiting for 5 Royal. I was watching playthroughs and Let's Plays and clips of people enjoying the game because they got it digitally or whatever, and I was sitting there like, god dang, dude, you lucky bastards. I wish I had my copy. And then April 24th rolled around, and yeah, I was just doing the daily, I'm gonna call my cousin, see if he is gonna check the GameStop or whatever, but I don't think he was jogging that day. So I decided to check the GameStop website, and like I remember hitting the which store do you want, and I hit the store that I pre-ordered the game at, and then like throughout the entire month it would always say like out of stock, waiting shipment or something like that. But today of all days, it was it finally said in stock, and I was like, what? No, wait, you're not joking, right? You're not joking? Wait, hold God. And like, the funny thing was, I was listening to Lonely Rolling Star at the time, because I thought, why not? Maybe if I listen to the song, it'll bring me good luck, because it's a running joke in Varg Skeletor Joel's streams. Whenever he plays it, it's usually during like a moment wherever like a lot of luck is needed, and then he manages to like pull it off. Like there's this one scene. What the shit? There's this one clip in his GTA San Andreas streams, I think. Yeah, it's San Andreas. Wait, is it San Andreas or Vice City? Shit, I don't know. But he was playing GTA, and he was like, all right, this is the final stream. I've been doing this thing where I keep betting on horses every stream, and I keep using a lot of money, and we never win. But I'm gonna bet it all today. And then, like, his original plan was to just bet all the money, lose, and then he would drive off into the sunset in the modded in Krusty Krab burger car mobile thing, like the one from the SpongeBob movie. But he decided to, I don't think he decided, he played Lonely Rolling Star while he was doing the thing, and then his horse ended up winning, and he basically got borderline 9999999 but more $1 billion from like winning. And it was like of all times, the final stream was whenever it was finally lucky and he got the thing. But yeah, he rode off into the sunset, and it was like, instead of being bittersweet, it was victory, baby. And I just went on a tangent about Joel, god dang it. But yeah, I played Lonely Rolling Star for good luck, and it managed to pay off, because later that night I got Persona 5 Royal, and I was so excited, dude. I opened the game in my car, and like the GameStop that I pre-ordered at, it came with a little bonus pin that I lost the bottom half to, but I still have like the actual Joker mask itself. And I remember just being like, oh my god, dude, finally, holy shit, I waited a month for this. So I booted up the game. I also redeemed the dynamic theme, and I didn't change that theme up until I got like the Kasumi one, but that was later down the line. But like I had the dynamic theme that came with the game, and I was just like so happy to finally see it and have it. And it's still one of my favorite PS4 themes to this day, and I still use it a lot. But yeah, it was just nice to see that finally, and see Persona 5 Royal on my PS4 home screen after a whole ass month. Yeah, I played it. I think I put in like either 3 or 5 hours into that game that night. Like, I probably got it around like 5 o'clock, and then I remember going to bed around 10, and my mom was like, Philip, you have to go to virtual school tomorrow, yada yada yada. But I remember doing this thing where I was like, oh man, but I really want to keep playing. So I downloaded the PlayStation app, and then I decided to like do the thing where you like stream your PS4 screen onto another screen via the cloud or whatever. So I would have my phone underneath my pillow, and I would have my controller, and I would play the game while pretending to be in bed, so that way my mom wouldn't know. And I think I pulled it off for a little bit, but then I realized how laggy it was, so I stopped. But yeah, I think that night I was just so happy to finally play the game and see like, oh man, dude, they changed up the intro a little bit. Like, now Kasumi's in here, and she doesn't attack, and maybe she's my wife, I don't know. And yo, wait, they added new portraits? That's really cool. Like, Ryuji, instead of being like a hunchback of Notre Dame, instead of having his like neck hunched over, he's standing up straight, and he's saying for real. And like Morgana, he also looks really clean. All of them look really clean, and the loading screen is just so cool. And like, oh my god, dude, I'm going on a tangent here, but the first time that I booted up the game, and then it was like do you want to connect to the internet to use the internet the internet or whatever, they had the mask spinning thing, and like I think in Vanilla 5, it just had the mask thing, right? And then once you said yeah or no, it would be like, all right, cool, and then it would just disappear. But in Royal, it's like once you click yes or no, it fades into be like Joker's silhouette wearing the mask, and then he does like a grapple thing, and I remember thinking, oh my god, it's so cool, oh my god. But yeah, I played a lot of that game that night, and I would have been in Kamoshida's palace that night if it wasn't for the fact that I had to wake up early the next day. But yeah, oh my god, I remember there was this thing where like the cousin that I got him to pre-order the game from, he FaceTimed me, and he was like, are you happy now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm really happy. And then like he watched me play the game, because he didn't know he hadn't played the game yet. He did play Persona 4 Golden, and he really liked that, and he was planning on playing 5, but he didn't have the time, so he decided to like tune in a little bit. So he was on the call, same with his dad for some reason, and I remember like it got to the part where like Sai was introduced, and then they were saying like, oh yeah, Sai Nijima, the prosecutor, whatever. And then like I remember my uncle, he was like, yeah, wait, what's going on? Why are they calling her Sai? It should be pronounced like Sae or something like that. And then like I think he brought up the fact that like he did bring up the fact that it's not supposed to be pronounced Sakamoto, it's like Sakamoto or Sakamoto, but like, they called it that, and I remember he heard it and he pointed that out, and that was pretty funny. But I remember entering EY's shop before saving the game and calling it for the night, but man, I couldn't wait to play the game tomorrow, and I did play it the next day, and I beat Kamoshida the next day within like 2 hours after booting it up. Like, the original Persona 5, it took me like a whole ass week to get through that part. I was like, dang dude, this is really cool, wow, it's so stylish and stuff. And then like, oh man, Kamoshida's a bastard, we're gonna take him down, guys. But then like with this, I'm like, I already know this shit, I want to see the new content, and I am seeing the new content, and I'm like 100%ing Kamoshida's palace. I'm doing like all the all the will seed shit, and I was just flying through that so fast, and I was just really happy to play the game again and see those familiar faces again. And it was like seeing friends for the first time in a long time, except they have dementia and they forgot who you are or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so for like the next month or so, I would just grind through Royal. Like the day after I beat Kamoshida, I beat Madarame, and then it took me like 2 days to beat Kaneshiro. And then conveniently, the day that I finally got to Futaba's palace was like the same day that I got to Futaba's palace a year ago, back in 2019. So that was like a cool coincidence, fate aligning thing. But yeah, I remember playing the game. Wow. I remember getting to Okumura's palace, and I was thinking like, dude, this shit sucks. They're not changing any of the plot at all. And I didn't think I noticed any of the level design changes. Oziak says there are level design changes in there, but I don't remember seeing any. But then again, I was like 13 or 14 at the time, so I didn't know how to game design or whatever. But yeah, I realized they changed the boss, because holy shit, this is actually kind of hard. What? And then I did the thing where you change it to merciless, and then you use items and stuff to knock everybody down, and then you do all-out attacks and shit. And it was really annoying because it was also on a time limit, and like that was the only thing that I didn't like about the I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, what I was trying to say was that's the only thing I didn't like about Royal was the rework to Okumura's boss fight, because it went from, oh, this is piss easy to, oh, this is extremely hard. But yeah, eventually I did beat him, and then we finally got to the casino. Oh my god. My man Akechi, cheeky bastard. Oh, I forgot to mention, dude, they reworked Akechi's confidant, and it was like, I got really invested in the character this time because I already knew his fate and how he was gonna die in vanilla, because I got spoiled with like the Joseph Anderson video because I decided to watch that for whatever reason. But I like at the end of Vanilla 5, I was like, dang, dude, Akechi, we're gonna avenge you, man. I like you, kinda. You're pretty dang cool. But I didn't realize how messy he was, like in terms of writing. Like he's like, oh, he's the son of Shido and he wants to get back at him, and he's gonna do that by like being his hitman or whatever. But all he actually wanted was love from his father and mother, but his mother's dead and his father's a bastard and thinks of him as like a puppet or whatever. But then he's also supposed to be like the justice arcana, but his own idea of justice. But also he's supposed to be the like wild card side for like Yaldabelth, and also he's supposed to be like the order side of that, but he isn't really that at all. Like there was all that, they were juggling too many ideas, and I didn't like see how messy he was of a character until I watched Fither and he enlightened me on that shit. But yeah, going into Royal, I remember seeing the opening movie, and then like there's that one part where him and Joker, like they lie down on the bed of diamonds, and I remember seeing that in Vanilla 5, and I knew he was gonna die, so I thought, ah, dang, this must be a reference to like the original Persona 5 and like how we couldn't save him. But maybe in Royal we can save him and everything will be fine, and like we can have Akechi on the team and stuff, instead of him being like dead allegedly from being shot by his clone or whatever. But yeah, playing through Royal was really nice because like the new social, I keep saying social, like my god, the new confidant was really nice, and it really got me to be invested in their rivalry. And like I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, dude, Akechi and Joker, they're gay as shit, and I want them to bang. I don't know why I say it like that, but like a lot of them are like, oh yeah, I like the yaoi side of it, and that's cool and all, but I like the rivalry between the two more. And like Royal really emphasized on that, because like in Vanilla it's like, oh, you don't really have that between the two. It's just like, oh, honey, I'm home. Oh, you're back awfully late. But it sucks that they don't have that scene in Royal, because that was funny. Do they have that in Royal? I don't remember. I thought that was part of his confidant, and then it would automatically progress, but whatever. But like in Royal, they did a lot of things to make them seem like rivals. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna play billiards, and Akechi's actually using his right hand, which is his non-dominant hand. Shit, I hiccuped. And then, oh yeah, dude, they're gonna play this shooting game, and Joker's gonna do pretty bad, but Akechi's like he's doing a really good job. Maybe it's because he has experience in that field. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, that happened. They went to a bathhouse. That has nothing to do with rivalry, but it was gay as shit. I don't know why they did it. Yeah. They did that, and then like rank 8 was so cool, dude, because you get to fight him in like Mementos, and like you fight him, and it's like, holy shit, it's just one-on-one. We're gonna see who's actually the better one, and then you gotta beat him, right? And then afterward he's like, all right, well, if we were to actually fight for real, who do you think would win? And then I think I answered like me, and he would be like, I don't remember, but and then he's like, oh yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I hate you. And like that moment was so cool. Like Sunset Bridge or whatever that one emotional song was playing, and then like he's just like going on this whole spiel about like, oh, I hate you and everything you are and what you represent and what I can't be, and like you represent like all the stuff I want to be or whatever. And it's like, shit, man, oh god, oh, Akechi, you're making me blush here. I am cool and all, but I don't know what I'm where I'm going with this. But he does the thing where he's like, I hate you, take this glove. In the Wild West, it's to take the opponent's glove means that you are going to duel them or whatever. I don't remember what the quote, but it's just so cool. You take the glove and then it's like, all right, this is an unbreakable bond. It isn't an unbreakable bond because it's not rank 10 yet, but like that rank 8 is just like a masterpiece in my opinion. And yeah, I was talking about Saya's Palace. But yeah, the Akechi's confidant rework was just really good. And then, yeah, I keep saying and like, geez, I should get like voice acting teaching or whatever to help me get rid of the things in between my speech. But yeah, Saya's Palace, that was cool. Played out relatively the same. Her second form was actually really cool. Also, she has spiky nipples. That was weird. I still can't believe I remember that character design thing after 3 years. Plays out the same. Akechi shows up, he shoots you, but it turns out it was all a plan, and haha, we found out you were the killer all along among us because of pancakes. So we outplayed you like a little bitch. That part was still cool. Ryuji smiling, and he's like, we got him. Like, I saw this one comment where it's like, I watched that scene happen and I was like, holy shit, did Ryuji actually betray us or whatever, when everybody else was shocked? But no, it's like, nah, like everybody's probably happy because they managed to fool Akechi. But yeah, the rest of the game plays out the same for the most part. I'll talk about Shido's Palace a little bit, because that part's still cool, because I remember in vanilla, it took me, like, I really dragged it out, so it took me a whole ass year to get through the game, and, like, if I had played it through in a month like I did with Royal, I would have seen the fact that, oh yeah, Shido, he shows up a lot. I didn't realize he was the same dude who sued Joker, and I remember in Vanilla 5, I was like, wait, what? And like, I share the same shock that Ryuji had whenever we found out that, oh yeah, Joker, the guy that ruined Joker's life was Masayoshi Shido, and like, holy shit, and he has a palace and whatnot. Like, that part was cool in Vanilla 5, and it was still cool in Royal, and like I don't see this a lot because I try not to be that active in like the fandom or whatever, because I don't want it to ruin my perception of the game. But like, I feel like people would complain about the fact that Shido's boss fight has a lot of phases, and I would kind of agree. Like, that pyramid part was weird, the lion part was weird, like in terms of like thematic wise. I don't know what they represent. They probably mean something about like society or some shit, but I'm too dumb to realize that. But like, the only, like, the part that I liked was after he does the thing, he pulls a Senator Armstrong, rips off his shirt with, like, the little shreds of his clothes still attached to his belt or whatever. I don't know if he actually does that. I know Armstrong does that, and he has a really strong belt, but, like, he rips off his shirt, and then he's like, all right, you damn brats, I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I'm gonna rule this country, all right? I'm gonna steer this country, right? And then, like, the boss fight happens like normal, and then you, like, finish that phase, and then he's like, all right, but I'm not done yet. And then he knocks out everybody else in the team, and then it's just you and him. And, like, that part is just so thematically cool, because it's like, oh, you face off against the man who ruined your life, one-on-one. Just like what Akechi did. And you're supposed to get, like, revenge for Akechi or whatever, too. Like, the man that ruined both of our lives. I'm gonna beat your ass for both of us. And, like, it's a test to see if you've been, like, making sure that your Joker is worthy of the title of leader, or if he's just like another pushover or whatever. But like, I mean, I think my Joker was like level 69 or whatever at that part, and it wasn't too hard, and plus I was being a little ass and using the DLC personas that came with the game. Like, I think I used Kaguya and Thanatos against him, so it wasn't that hard, and I probably shouldn't have, but it was cool to use those personas. Yeah, the boss happens like normal. Ryuji dies. No, he doesn't. Why did I say that? They do the thing, and then like the promise day happens. Is it the promise day? I don't know what the official title is called, but yeah, you shoot Yelda in the head. Everybody's cheering. I remember seeing that clip beforehand, and I remember thinking, oh wow, this is kind of cringy. I don't know why, and I still think it's kind of cringy with like the whole Phantom Thieves website, and they're all like, oh yeah, dude, we love the Phantom Thieves. The Phantom Thieves are real. Can we get much higher? And then like it's the whole crowd of Shibuya, and they're all like cheering and stuff. Something about that just feels really weird to me. But yeah, that happened again. We shot Yelda in the face, and it was all hunky-dory. And then, oh yeah, it's also Christmas, and it took me 40 minutes to get here, but we're finally going to talk about third semester stuff. Yeah, it's Christmas, and then I thought the game would play out like normal. Like, oh yeah, we beat the final boss of the main game, and I made sure beforehand that I got all of the requirements for the third semester, and I did. And I made sure I did all the right decisions and stuff. But I didn't know what would come next. So whenever Saya was like, all right, we're gonna need you to turn yourself in order to make sure that Shido gets put away for real. And then motherfucking Akechi walks back in, and he's like, nah, dude, there ain't no need for that. I can handle this. You go on and have a good Christmas with your family, all right, Joker? I'll see you soon. And then I'm like, what? Akechi? What are you doing here? What? This is like some fan fiction shit. What? Akechi walks in, and both Joker, Saya, and like we're all like, wait, what are you doing here? What the shit? And then he's like, there's no need. I can handle this from here. I will give my full testimony as to why Masayo Shishido, I don't know why I'm giving him this voice, should be thrown in prison. And then Saya's like, all right, I'll bite. Well, let's go to the police station and turn yourself in, all right? And then I didn't romance anybody because I was saving my virginity for Kasumi. So I had nobody to call my own on Christmas. If I did, it probably would have been on, maybe, or Haru, I don't know. But instead, I ended up spending it, I don't remember if it's with Ryuji and Yusuke, or if it's with, like, Sojiro, Futaba, and Morgana platonically. But, like, I think it was that one. And then they had, like, a nice Christmas party, and it was just, like, really nice and wholesome, and I liked that a lot. And then afterward, they had, like, the actual Christmas party. Oh wait, yeah, no, and then On is like, oh yeah, there's that hot actor, right? He's my type. And then Morgana's like, oh, so he's your type, right? That's cool, that's interesting. And then yeah, New Year's Day happens, and then like you meet up with Kasumi, and then she's like, oh, senpai, do you want to go on a date with me? Haha. What am I saying? What do you mean? Let's go to the shrine together on New Year's Day. And then, oh, do I look nice or whatever? And then, wait, hold up, wait, did I don't remember for real, like, exactly, because, like I said, it's been 3 years, but I don't know if Morgana, like, human Morgana shows up, like, on New Year's Day. But shit, I remember he wakes up in your bed and he's like hugging you, and he's like, huh, what do you mean? What's going on? It's just me, your good old pal. What do you mean? Wait, who am I? Why are you saying that? But I don't know. You go to the shrine with Kasumi, and she's like, senpai, look how pretty I am. And she's pretty. And then you meet up with the rest of the Phantom Thieves, and then they're like, yeah, dude, I was thinking about meeting up with the track team later. And I'm like, okay. What? Wait, what? What do you mean with the track team? I know I did your full confidant, Ryuji, but I thought you were gonna like do something else about it. And then he's like, yeah, me and the track team are in high spirits. And then like Yusuke's like, I'm sorry, I can't make any plans later. I can't do anything later. I have plans with Madarami. And I'm like, what? What are you saying? What? He was abusing you, right? What's going on? And then like and then Makoto's like, yeah, wait, no, not Makoto. An is like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Shido later. Shido, dear God, that would be horrible. I'm gonna hang out with Shiho later. All right, and then I thought, okay, maybe that's plausible. I guess maybe something happened after I finished her confidant. And then Makoto was like, all like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with me and my sister and my dad later, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna celebrate New Year's together. I'm like, wait, isn't your dad dead? And then like Futaba is like, yeah, I have some catching up to do with my mom. And I'm like, your mom's dead. What are you talking about? And then Haru's like, yeah, me and my dad are gonna have a business meeting later. I'm like, your dad is what? And like, okay, what's going on? Wakaba's supposed to be dead. Okumura's supposed to be dead. What are you guys talking about? Isn't Makoto's dad also supposed to be dead? And then like I was just thinking like, what the shit is going on? And then my boy Akechi shows up and he's like, all right, I'm also alive too, I guess. Joker, you know, you're noticing it too, right? Something sus is going on here and we have to investigate, but I'm gonna pretend like we're just catching up. Haha, I'm still the detective, nice chill detective prince or whatever. And then like I think this is the day after, and then like Wakaba and human Morgana, Skinwalker Morgana, is like, oh, all right, you go hang out with him, I guess. Have fun, you two. And then Akechi's all like, haha, we will, of course. And then like you walk into the laundromat and then Akechi's like, all right, something's going up, you little shit, and we're gonna find out about it. And then Joker's like, okay, what's with his attitude, huh? And he's like, I don't give a shit. Shut the fuck up. Like, something's wrong here. Like, I went to the police station. They were like, oh, dude, yeah, no, you're free to go. We don't give a shit. You're all right, dude. You killed all those people. Psh, doesn't matter. You're free to go, my bud. Drinks on the house, all right? You have fun out there. Go kiss Joker or something. And then Akechi's like, wait, what? What do you mean? And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. And, you know, I don't know how strong the big bad guy is gonna be. Probably really strong, because there's gotta be a big bad guy behind this. So I'm gonna need as many allies as I can get. And unfortunately, you're my only friend that I have, except not a friend, because I also hate you. But I'm just gonna, you know, put out this offer here, right now. I put the offer out. I don't want to chase you down. I know you see it. You run with me, and I can cut you free out of the drudgery and walls you live in. Oh God. Akechi does that, and then he's like, just work with me, bud. And then Joker's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Why not? And then he gets a call from Kasumi, and then then Akechi's like, go ahead, pick it up. It sounds like he's got a gun against Joker or some shit. And then Joker picks up the phone, and then Kasumi's like, senpai, there's something. Why did I go into a Noel voice? Senpai, there's something going on at the stadium. You know, the one that we visited a while ago, right? And I awakened my persona there. Like, there's something weird going on there. You should check it out with me. And also maybe kiss me later. What? Yeah, so then he's like, all right then. I guess I'll tag along with this too, says Akechi. What the I'm like role-playing or some shit. But yeah, I am doing a really long build-up to the reveal of the palace in like third semester, but like I don't know, man, I just miss this game so much, and it's just fun to re-experience it by like rambling in my closet here. But yeah, So you meet up with Kasumi, and she's like, "Oh, senpai, it's so nice to see you." Akechi, hi, I guess. You're friends with the Joker. And then he's like, "Ah, yes, we've known each other for quite a long time. What do you want?" And then she's like, "Is he a Persona user too?" And then he's like, "Yes, I am a Persona user." And then she's like, "Oh, is he part of the Phantom Thief?" And then he's like, "Let me stop you right there, you little shit. I do not associate with those fools." What am I doing, dude? And then fucking Akechi's like, "All right, it seems this manifested or whatever, and the metaverse is back, huh? That is strange. I think we should investigate." And then she's like, "Holy shit, you have the metaverse too?" And then they all decide to investigate the palace, because it turns out to be a big palace all along. And then you walk into it, and then you don't know who it is for a little bit, but there's some weird things going on. Like, it's all white. Like, the people there aren't really that hostile to you until you get into conflicts with like some scientist dudes or whatever. But like, otherwise it's like, it's really weird and heaven-like. And the music, dude, hearing Gentle Madman for the first time, that was like, my soul ascended and descended at the same time. It was like Schrodinger's soul in music or whatever. But like, you enter the palace, and then Akechi, dude, it was so, what's the word? Cathartic, liberating? I don't know. It was just nice to see him be his true self whenever he was fighting you in the ship, and he's like a chaotic asshole, like this bloodlusted piece of shit. And he's like, "I will rip them apart. You're worthless," and like all that shit. And he like, Robbie Damon did such a good job with Akechi's voice, dude. Oh my god, his third semester performance is great. Like, whenever he like takes off the Detective Prince mask, and he's just like this cold-hearted piece of shit, and then like his like screams during battles and stuff, like Robbie Damon did such a great job with that. Yeah. So you get into the palace, you get into conflict, and then at the end of like one of the first ones, Akechi reveals his like true self, and then Kasumi is like, "Oh, senpai, is he like this a lot?" And then Joker's like, "Oh yeah, all the time actually." And then like Akechi says a thing where he reveals that he was listening in on the conversation, and it was funny. It was a funny moment, but I don't remember the exact dialogue. But then, yeah, you go through the thing more. There was a weird thing going on with like Kasumi and all, because you enter a room, and then there's a girl, and she looks like Kasumi, but she has weird hair, like it's slightly browner, I think. And then she's also wearing like this leotard outfit thing, gymnastics. Why did I say leotard? She's wearing a gymnastics uniform, and then she apparently won an award, and she's like, "Thanks. My name is Kasumi Yoshizawa, and I couldn't have gotten it here without my younger sister, Sumire Yoshizawa." And I'm like, "Yo, wait, yeah, your sister's dead, ain't she? She died in like an accident or whatever." But then like that whole segment happens where you get closer, and then it reveals that the man, the myth, the gentle madman himself, Dr. Takuto Maruki, was the palace owner all along. And I mean, I knew going in that he was the palace owner. I just didn't want to believe it. Like, going in, I was like, all right, I know it's Maruki, but I don't want it to be. Can it be like some random dude, please? I don't want to fight him. He's too nice of a dude. And no, he is the palace owner. And he got that all white drip, dude. And he slicked his hair back, like I said earlier. I mean, like what Fither and Medi and Flair said earlier. And he's looking spiffy. And then he reveals the memory of Sumire right before Kasumi's death. And then it's revealed that Sumire was Kasumi. Kasumi was Sumire all along, and Kasumi's dead, and the person you've been hanging out with isn't Kasumi, but actually Sumire all along. And I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on, dude? What? And then you gotta fight Maruki, not Maruki. You gotta fight one of his goons while he takes Sumire away. And then like you do the showtime with Joker and Akechi, and that was really cool, dude. Pulling that off for the first time, shit, that is my second favorite showtime. My first is obviously Sumire and Joker. And then I think my third favorite is Ryuji and Yusuke, because that one cracks me up all the time. But yeah, you do that, you fight them, and then Maruki's like, alright, I'm going to give you a week. I'm not going to fight you right now, because I want you to see how cool my new world is. And yeah, I'll just give you a week. Maybe you'll change your mind. I'm hoping you will. I don't want to fight, dude. I just want to be nice, make everybody happy. So then Akechi's like, all right, I'm going to do some investigation work on this shit for a week. You got to get your friends back, dude, because we need help. Like, this is on a completely new magnitude we've never seen before. And we need as many allies as we can get. And then Joker's like, all right, I'll see you next week, all right? And then, I'm just putting shit behind me, hold on. Yeah, for the next week, it's really annoying because it's just like scripted stuff, but you just try to convince your friends that everything's a lie and your happiness isn't real, and it's really sad, actually. Because like, oh, my dad's finally alive. Or like, oh, my mom, I finally get to hang out with her after blaming myself for her death all along. And then like Joker walks up to them all menacingly like, so what do you think of this, huh? Cool. That's nice that you're being happy. It's all a lie, though. Just meet up with me later on, all right? I'll see you later. And then he just dips. Like that part was just funny how weird it was. But yeah, you do that for a week. Akechi investigates into Maruki and stuff. That was a funny joke. It makes me want to puke. And then you show up a week later, and then you have to fight Sumire, and it was really sad. And like I got sad there. I didn't get too sad though, because you got to listen to Rivers in the Desert while fighting her berserk persona, which was actually pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't want to fight her, and that sucked. But eventually you beat her, and then some more goons show up and almost nuke both Akechi and Joker. But then, dude, Ryuji's showing up at the last minute and then doing like some sort of weird force field thing to protect them. That was so cool, and it made me like, oh my god, my man, he's back, dude, holy shit. And then they did a flashback where it's like, oh dude, you guys were told to meet up here too, I forgot something. And then like they were all like, oh yeah, Joker. And then reality shatters, and then they're all in the real world now. And then they go to the palace and help out Joker. And then like that whole fight was really cool, because I think it was like you, Ryuji, Akechi, and either An or Morgana. But like you gotta fight the goons and stuff, and then it's like an actual winnable battle now. Like that was cool. And then like the actual third semester gameplay starts. Like it's a race to the clock to see if you can beat if you can climb Maruki's palace and take back the future and reality, I guess. And then, oh my god, dude, my voice is getting really hoarse. Shit, I was just checking my notifications because I've been doing this for an hour, dude. Yeah, so like the third semester gameplay starts, and I beat Maruki's palace in as little time as possible. Like, I know you have to, it gets like cut off at one point, and then you have to go to Mementos, the new and improved Mementos, and then like you get a conversation about like Akechi, and he's like, pancakes, I never want to hear that word again. And then Ryuji's all like,
Yeah, but thanks to the word pancakes, we got to figure out that you're the bastard all along. And like, yeah, that was cool. But like, you investigate mementos, and then you get Sumire back, and then I'm trying to figure out how I want to like plan about talking through all this shit. Oh yeah, and then I can't believe I forgot I was saying that I beat like the entirety of Maruki's palace like the next day after going to mementos, and then like doing everything. Like I was struggling to stay alive against the third will seed boss, but I managed to beat him, and like I 100%ed everything. So yeah, that was cool. Good job, me, or whatever. But yeah, the rest of the month I just spent like hanging out with my confidants and shit, and like prepping for the end, and just thinking like, god dang, dude, why did Maruki have to be the final boss, dude? I'm gonna get into like him and his confidant in a second, but I want to talk about Sumire's confidant, because like this is the part where I went from, yeah, okay, I'm gonna romance her because I have no one else to romance, and she's like the new girl on the block, and I actually kind of like her, she's pretty cool, to, oh shit, I am madly in love with a fictional character. She's now like my favorite character of all time. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know how much I should get into this, but yeah, her confidant was just really nice. If I'm remembering it correctly, it's the first couple ones are about her getting her confidence back, and then later on, after she confesses, she's like, oh, okay, I finally have the confidence back, senpai, thanks to you. Can you hug me? And like, that shit was real adorable. But like the first part was like, yeah, I didn't have a reason to live, and like I was struggling to live day by day, and I didn't know what to do after she died. And like I said earlier, I never experienced death before, but like the whole thing with, yeah, I just lived not knowing what I wanted to do, and like just wishing for death like all the time, like that shit hit close to home. I was an edgy ass teenager, dude. But yeah, I just really connected with her like social link, and her, I am like puking, dude, jeez. And her like whole conflict with her being inferior, and like her confidence issues, but seeing her like regain that confidence managed to like spark some confidence in myself, I guess. I don't know, but I just really liked her confidant. And then like all the cute stuff happens where like you go to the place to get the new outfit, and she's wearing that horrible looking outfit, something straight out of like Yakuza 0. Like that one grandma with the leopard print shirt, god. And then she's like, oh, okay, this is nice. And then you're like, take that shit off. Oh my god. And then she wears the iconic blue dress, and then I think I chose like the mild romance option, because there's like the one where it's like, oh yeah, it looks nice on you, and then there's like the one where it's like, oh yeah, I like it and I like you, and then like there's the third one where it's like, oh yeah, I'm in love. And then like depending on what you choose, she'll either be like, oh yeah, this dress is nice, I like it, kind of reminds me of my sister or whatever, something like that. And then the mild one is like, oh okay, I guess that's nice of you to say that. And then she's like blushing a little bit, and then if you say I'm in love, her face goes full on tomato, strawberry, or whatever, and then she's like, what do you mean? Oh, you mean the outfit, right? And then like in my mind, if I chose that, I'd be like, you know what I mean. Oh my god, I'm a fucking cringe lord, jeez. But yeah, I finally got to romance her, and then like her doing the confession was just really nice. I want to mention Sumire's voice actor for a second. I'm gonna look it up to be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure her name's Laura Post. If it's not Laura Post, then I know it's Laura something. But Laura Post, is that her name? Yeah, Laura Post. She voices Sumire and I guess Kasumi too. And she like, I really like what she did with the voice, because even though it's not like the oh senpai yada 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 and like the Japanese dub, like what she did with her tone after the reveal, it really made her feel like, oh, she's actually being her true self now, which is actually kind of depressing. And her tone is a lot more somber instead of the, oh, hi senpai, I'm so peppy and stuff. And now it's like, oh, hi senpai, and she's like all the depressed and stuff. And like, and then like over time throughout the confidant, she gets her life back. Like life is re-injected into her voice again, and it's just really nice. And Laura Post did a really good job with that. Like during the final rank, like she has more pep in her now than she did at the beginning of rank 6 and stuff, but it still has that like somberness that's synonymous with Sumire, and it's just, she did a really good job, and I really like that. And it's another reason why I like Sumire a lot. But yeah, I just really like Sumire a lot. I don't think I needed to spend like 7-10 minutes talking about it, but yeah, that's her confidant. Also her whole thing with like her learning to live with the grief, I mean the regret of her inadvertently killing her sister, but like still moving on regardless, and like not running away from her pain anymore by trying to be her sister. Like that shit like brings a tear to my eye, dude. God. But yeah, the man behind everything, Takuto Maruki. My stomach is growling, dude. My God. I have been in my closet for a whole ass hour. Jeez. I'm swapping my spot. No, I'm not. I can't sit there. Yeah, the man behind everything, Takuto Maruki. Yeah, like I said, going in, I knew he was going to be the bad guy, but I didn't know he would be an antagonist and not a bad guy, because like if you call Maruki a bad guy, you're a little bitch. Like, dude, all he wants to do is make people happy. Like, what do you mean bad guy? Sure, some things are like incredibly morally gray and like also maybe ethically wrong or whatever, but like he just wants to make everybody happy. Like, and he doesn't even want himself to be happy. He's like, if it's for everybody else, I don't give a shit what happens to me, all right? I'm gonna be the one who bears the entire pain of the world just so that way the world can be happy and not me. And it's like god dang it, Maruki. I guess I should mention his confidant. I really liked it. It was really good. I liked all the psych experiments he did with you, and figuring out how the metaverse works and stuff, and like psychology and cognition and all that shit was like nice. I don't remember the exact details, but I just remember going through it and I'm thinking, dang, this is really a good confidant. I really like it. I think out of the three, between him, Sumire, and Akechi's, he's probably third, but like it's a very strong third, and like the only person that like comes close to them is probably Ryuji or Yusuke, but there's like a significant gap between them and Maruki. But like his confidant was like really nice and I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, his reveal was like, it wasn't like, dang, I feel completely betrayed. It was more like, oh, it's you. Dang. Yeah. Like I was expecting him to go, yes, you see, I was the bad guy all along. I orchestrated everything. And you fell right into my trap, and I don't know why I decided to talk in this voice now. But, like, yeah, you get the idea. And he would, like, slick his hair back up, and then his glasses would be all foggy, and then he'd be like all evil and stuff. But no, he slicks his hair back, and then like his glasses are like not that foggy, and then he's just like, come on, man, I don't want to do this. I just want you guys to be happy, right? Is that so bad? Come on, please. And it's just like, shit, man. God dang, I don't want to disappoint you, but also that what you're doing is wrong, and we can't let you do this. And then like you go through his palace, and it's just such a good palace, dude. Like all the enemies are like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but like all the enemies are kind of like mini bosses, and then like you get used to them after a while, and it's just like really cool to finally take down what was originally a tough foe, and then it's just like, oh yeah, I can take him down with ease now. That's pretty cool. But like the way it was structured, where it's like, oh, you get to see the way the palace, the way that Maruki developed his palace, and like his whole ass backstory with him and Rumi, like that shit was heartbreaking. Like, God, dude. I saw this one. Oh God, I saw this one Reddit post the other day from like 3 years ago, but like, let me see if I can find it. I just looked up Maruki Reddit. What the shit? Oh shit! That is so sad. No. All right, I just looked up Maruki Reddit, and then like I found the thing I was talking about. But apparently in the scene where Maruki understands that he must leave and forget Rumi, she no longer has a portrait, just like a random NPC. And it's like, holy shit, man, my boy, just let him be happy for once. God, it's just so sad, dude. Poor man. I just want him to be happy, dude. I just want him to be happy. Why? Why couldn't they just give him and Rumi a happy ending, huh? Why? Okay, no, I found the actual post I wanted to see. Okay, like, this comment really stuck out to me. I mean, not like this comment among others really stuck out to me, but like one of them said, he gave up someone he loved because he thought they'd be happier without him. Then he focused on making everyone else happy, everyone except himself. Like God dang. If it is for everyone's happiness, I don't care what happens to me. Like, oh, this one is so cool. And Maruki doesn't decide to rage against the heavens for this. He decides to bring the heavens to earth. God, I love Maruki. That is such a banger ass line, dude. Like God dang, dude. Like, God, like, shit. His, like, going through the entire palace, like the way it was structured was like really nice, and a nice change of pace compared to like how the rest of the game was structured. But like, dude, throughout the entire time I was so conflicted, because like on one hand, like what he's doing is wrong. I think I don't feel like it's wrong. I mean, I don't know if it's wrong or not, but I don't know what to do here. Like, I'm so conflicted. I don't want to stop him, but I have to stop him. But like if given this power, would I do the same? Like, would I just try to make everybody happy and not face like the harshness of reality? I mean, I probably would. Like just that whole palace, dude, is just such a conflict in my head. 'Cause it's just, we need to stop him, but in any other scenario, I would have 100% gone with like what he did. Because like, even though it's wrong, like the world is just so rough and like unforgiving and harsh, and like just a nice world where I don't have to worry about anything and I can just live my days in bliss and ignorance, I'd probably take that, man. But yeah, you go through his palace. I wrote this down in my journal. It took me 5 real life days to go through it. And like in each one, I'm like, dude, is this really the right thing? Why'd Maruki have to have a palace, dude? Do we have to stop him? And then like on the side is like Akechi doing a Maggie Dolan competition with the Reaper, because I had to fight the Reaper to get the trophy. That was a cool fight. But yeah, it's just like throughout my entire time, I kept acknowledging like, is this right? Is what we're doing right? And just it's so beautiful, dude. The third semester is one of the best things I have ever seen, right up there with like Chimera Ant Arc and like some other shit I don't remember. Like, it's just so beautifully and tragically executed, and I love it for that. But yeah, Maruki, my man. Side note, I went to like I had a big game depression. More on that later. Afterward. And the next year, I still had that depression, so I decided to cosplay as Maruki, because I found out that Billy Kometz would be going to the convention that I was going to too. And I decided, you know what? Why not? I'll go cosplay as Maruki, get something signed. Maybe he'll acknowledge that. And then, oh my god, dude, I'm actually gonna fucking cry. God. Yeah, I showed up wearing my Maruki outfit, and he was like, dude, Maruki. And I'm like, haha, yeah, it's me. And then like, oh my god, dude, yeah. Like, I don't remember the exact conversation we had, but I know he said he really liked my Maruki outfit, and I think I was like blushing or whatever. And then he said like, yeah, if I were to like cosplay as any of my characters, I'd probably pick Maruki, because it would be pretty easy to wear, and I would just be handing out snacks the entire time. And then I was just like, yeah, that's nice. And then he was like, hey, do you want one of these prints? And I was like, oh, sure, yeah, why not? So then I got a signed print, and I remember he was like, okay, do you want a funny quote or do you want an inspirational quote? And I was like, yeah, I'll take an inspirational quote. And then he wrote it down. And then he wrote down one of the lyrics of Throw Away Your Mask, and like that shit, at the time I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I thought he would have like a original quote or something like that, but this is fine. But like now I'm like, shit, that's like the perfect quote, dude. Holy shit. Like the don't sleep through dreams that can come true. Like, God, oh my god, dude, Billy Kometz. But yeah, I got the print, and then afterward I got a picture with him, and that was really nice. I was really awkward, and I like did a bad pose or whatever, but I'm trying to make that like my trademark pose now. But yeah, I just took a really bad picture with him, but it was just really nice to meet one of my favorite voice actors in person, because like after Maruki's role, I was like, dude, this guy is amazing. Who is he? And then like a couple days later, I watched Promare, and I was like, holy shit, Gallo is Maruki. What the shit? This guy's amazing. And then like over the next year, I was like, dang, I really like Billy Kometz. And then a year later, I found out that he had cancer, and then I thought everything would be fine. Like, this is a story for another time, but like, I went on a trip to the Philippines with my family, and like it was just absolute hell getting there. Like, we lost our luggage, flights were canceled and delayed, we didn't know where we would sleep, the COVID tests that we had expired, so we had to get new ones. And like, I was trying to go through it and like stay positive and stuff. I was losing my mind. Like, I felt like breaking down and laughing maniacally, but I was still trying to like keep strong and stuff. And then like at the most vulnerable moment, I opened up my phone, and then I just get I got the worst piece of news I had ever seen in my YouTube recommended. The late voice actor for for Dr. Maruki, Billy Kometz passed away due to cancer, and I read that, and then I just broke, dude. Like, that was, God, I keep croaking, my God. Like I said earlier, I didn't really know Rick May that much, but I still was impacted by his death and how much of an impact he had on everybody. I thought, I keep croaking. Oh my God. I'm trying to be emotional here. God dang it, body. I just felt so touched by what he did and how he impacted everyone, but I never had that big of a connection with him. I just thought, dang, dude, that really sucks. But it's Billy Kometz. It was this man voiced some of my favorite characters of all time. I got to meet him in person, and he liked what he liked my shitty ass Maruki cosplay. I had I don't want to say that feels weird, but I was gonna say I had a connection with him to some degree, which is weird to say, but I knew more of him than I did with Rick May, and just seeing that piece of news just absolutely broke me, and rest in peace, Billy Kometz. It's almost been a year since, oh my God, it's almost been a year since your death. Holy shit. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this part in. Probably will, because I don't think this is gonna get any views, but yeah. If anything, yeah, Billy Kometz, he was special, dude. He was great. And he voices Maruki, and that's how I'm gonna segue back into what I was talking about. But yeah, we have to stop Maruki, and the promised day finally arrived. And I have a whole ass story with this that I'm gonna say for another video, but long story short, I listened to I Believe beforehand, and I was so moved by it, but I didn't know when it would start playing. And throughout the entire game, I was like, all right, maybe this is whenever I Believe starts playing. Oh, okay, that didn't happen, maybe this time. And with each palace, it kept happening where I was like, all right, it has to be this one, right? And then it didn't happen. So then this was the final one, and I was like, all right, I thought it was going to play Life Will Change again, but no, I heard those string instruments, and then hearing that for the first time, in game, for real this time, after hearing that so many times before during really important moments in my life, because I decided to play it at those moments. Hearing it in game, it's just, it was an indescribable feeling, man. I don't know. I can't describe it, but yeah, I guess it was a journey that I've been going on for a good 6-7 months, and real, actually no, it's probably more not an entire year, but 9-ish months, and real time was finally wrapped up here, and I finally got closure to that, and I finally got to hear it in game. But yeah, hearing I Believe there was just so special, and just, God, climbing a shit ton of stairs has never felt so conflicting and impactful, dude. That is definitely one of my favorite moments ever. Just climbing those stairs up to heaven in order to take down the false god himself. That was, God, I love Persona 5 Royal, dude. I'm just trying to shift around in my closet, God. Anyway, yeah, the final fight with Maruki. Yeah, I'm actually gonna talk for 2 hours. Holy shit. Yeah. So I'm at an hour 24 right here. hour 25 now. Yeah, we fought Maruki, and it is my favorite fight in anything ever. Just like the amount of emotions I was feeling and like everything leading up to it, everything being released at this moment, just like it is my favorite fight ever, and I don't think anything can replace that. And it would have to do a really damn good job in order to replace that. And I think the only thing that might have a chance at that is Mahito versus everyone if they do it justice in the anime. But I'm not talking about Jujutsu Kaisen right now. I'm talking about Persona 5 Royal. Yeah, that fight was just really cool. You had to like balance using and swapping between each character because like each tentacle has a different set of weaknesses. Like that was cool, and I'm really glad that I did the Shogi girl social link. Fumi, why did I forget her name? To the point where I could like swap out my teammates because that was really helpful, and I don't know what I would have done if I didn't. But yeah, that was just really cool, and like hearing all of my teammates' remarks about saying like, no, we're gonna take back the future. Like Kasumi being like, I am myself, and I will never forget that. That shit hit so hard, dude. Right in the heart. Critical hit right there, dude. and then Akechi's like, what a load of bullshit. We're gonna beat your ass, all right? That's not what he said, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. But yeah, you fight him during the first phase, and then motherfucker evolves his persona, just like us. That was really cool. That was such a cool moment. I probably should have said this beforehand, but like, him saying like, him being like, all right, you guys, you're gonna fight for what you believe in. Well, I'm gonna do the same. I'll fight for what I believe in this future that I will create with my hands or whatever. And then like he reveals his persona outfit, his metaverse outfit, and like the gold tights really threw me off, but like the white robe thing and like the staff was a nice touch. Although he has that mask thing that makes him look like the world, which is kind of funny, but yeah. And then the moment where he says like, I believe you called your power forth like this persona, like that shit was fucking amazing. Yeah, dude, phase 2, I should have said the first part at the beginning, but yeah, phase 2, you get to fight Adam Cadmon, and it's just like a kaiju monster, and it's like, holy shit, how do we deal with this? Dang, this sucks. And then like you fight him, and then it's really cool. And then I think this is probably my favorite moment in anything ever, but then like Adam Cadmon charges up a punch, and then like the whole checkmate happens, and it's just, that moment's beautiful, dude. Like your team is like, all right, Joker, we're trusting you with this. Go get him, dude. And then like they're all saying like, yeah, we believe in you. You got this. And they're all spouting stuff like, yeah, we're gonna fight for our future and stuff. And then Akechi's just like, I'm a little bit preoccupied right now, so do your goddamn job. And then like Joker's like, all right, okay, cool. Futaba's typing away at the computer, and she's like, all right, the weak spot is open now. Go get him, Joker. And then like he climbs up using the grappling hook that you've been using the entire game, and it's just like a nice thematic conclusion to that. Like you're climbing up the falling debris, you're running to get to the top, and then Adam Cadmon notices you, and he turns around a little bit while he's charging the punch, but by that time it's already too late because Joker does the flip thing in the air, and then he lands on Adam Cadmon's face. He points the gun directly at his eyes or whatever. He says checkmate, like what he did with Yaldabeth, and it's just, but instead this time he's not using a giant archangel to shoot God in the face. He's just shooting God in the face by himself. And like that is, and like at the same time I Believe is playing, so like never mind what I said earlier, that is the second most climactic, invigorating, my favorite ever climbing sequence, because this is my first, dude. Like, and you got to listen to I Believe again. I don't think I shed a tear, but I probably would now if I played it again and got to that part. But yeah, you shoot Maruki in the face, his mask cracks, and then you seemingly defeat Adam Cadmon. And then like, things are finally starting to wrap up. Morgana turns into a helicopter and gets everybody to safety. For the most part, Maruki decides, hey, no, I'm not done yet, dude. Just one last thing. And then Joker falls down. And then, dude, fucking Our Beginning starts playing. And then Maruki's just like, help me kill every last one of my regrets. And then you two have like you two throw hands, just fists punching each other like it's a Yakuza game. And it's just all while Maruki just screams out all of his grieving that he's kept bottled up for like the past 10 years or whatever. He just lets it all out because after Rumi died, not died, but after she basically died, like he just kept all of that grief bottled up and focused on trying to make everybody happy, and he just never had a chance to do that until now. And he just screams to the top of the heavens like, I gave up everything. And it's just, fuck, man, that shit's special. It's perfect. It hits you right in the heart. But yeah, you just help this mourning man deal with his feelings. And then our light starts playing. Maruki almost falls off the thing, but then Joker catches him, and then everything's fine. And then reality reverts back. For the next month or so, your team and like all the confidants you maxed out, which was a nice touch, because like I only maxed out a couple of them, but it was really nice to see them all try to get together and save me and prove how I'm a good character and stuff. And I'm not really a bad guy. And that was just really nice, because like I got the help of Sojiro, and he was like, oh yeah, no, you think I'm gonna rat out on that kid? Nah, he saved me. He saved my life, dude. I'm not gonna. He's my son, basically. And then like EY's like, all right, you guys, I know I'm out of the Yakuza now, but I need to make a little deal with you guys, all right? This is important, right? Yusuke's like, all right, I need to get as many connections as I can. I think Ryuji was like, yeah, I'm gonna get the track team to help out or something like that. And then Sumire is like, do you think I could leave early from gymnastics practice in order to help out with my senpai or whatever? And then like her teacher's like, nah, you can't do that, dude. But I will help you out as much as I can, all right? But make sure you're practicing, because that's what he would have wanted. And then Sumire is like, all right, yes, ma'am. That was just nice. Yeah, and then you break out of jail. It's nice. Everybody's like, oh, we missed you. You fucking idiot. We love you. You're the best. And then Valentine's Day is the next day. I went on a date Sumire came over, and I was a loser. I was blushing. My heart was pounding and stuff. And she was like, I think you know what I mean. And then she lays her head on your shoulder, and then you two probably bang or something. I don't know. But like, it's just really cute. And then, yeah, that happens. I thought the game would flash forward all the way to the end, but no, you get to do White Day. And this is a royal exclusive kind of thing. And it was just really nice, because like Sojiro helped you out with this, and he's like, you know what, kid? You're stupid because you didn't plan this out. What the shit are you thinking? You have a girlfriend and you didn't think of this, huh? Oh my god, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna call this diner, and I'm gonna get you a sick ass place to eat dinner with your lady, all right? This is on me, dude. And then he like calls, and then he's like, all right, I need you to get a table. And it's me, Sojiro, by the way. And that was kind of menacing. But yeah, you go on a date with I mean, I went on a date with Sumire. And then, yeah, you do that. You go to the aquarium. I hate the aquarium in real life. It's creepy, but I guess in game, it's like, oh, wow, that's romantic and stuff. All the fish and shit. Whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, you go there, and then afterwards, she's like, oh, okay, I guess I can hang out a bit longer. And then you go to, like, the restaurant, and it's just... They reveal the curtains, and it's just like a view of the city, and it's just fucking beautiful. And it's like, oh shit, I never saw this coming. And then Joker brings out the flowers, and then like Sumire blushes, and it's adorable and shit. God, I'm a fucking loser and the very embodiment of a Persona fan, but I guess at least I'm self-aware or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, that happens. It's nice. It made me feel very nice. Embraced me for what was going to happen next, because afterward there's a cutscene. I thought it would just end like normal after that, and then you get to say bye to everybody, but no, you have to throw in the scene where it's like everybody gets together one final time. They're like, yeah, so what do we do now? And then it's like, all right, well, you know what, guys, I have something to tell you. I'm gonna make sure I get physical therapy for my leg, and then I'm gonna just run and get back into track and stuff, and I think I'm gonna have to like move away and stuff. And I was like, no, what? Well, I mean, at least it's only Ryuji. It sucks, he's my best friend, but it's only one of them, right? And then Yusuke's like, yes, I want to get into a better art school too, and prove to me and my mother or whatever that I have art or something. And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna move far away. And then same with An. She's like, I'm going to get into the modeling business or something, but that's going to be in like America or whatever. And I'm like, no, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. And then like Makoto's like, yeah, I'm going to go to college soon too. And Haru's also coming with me, and it's going to be cool, but we're going to have to move away too. And then Futaba's like, yeah, I'm going to go to school finally. It's going to be nice. My mom's not here anymore, but I think I could do this for her. And I'm like, well, I mean, at least you're staying, but like that, what? Everybody's leaving? What's going on? And just like that shit was starting to break me, dude. I thought it would be like, yeah, we beat Maruki and everything would be nice and hunky-dory, but no, they did what was thematically appropriate and like move forward with their lives, even though they're going on like separate paths now without each other. And it's just like, god dang, shit, man. And then yeah, you do the final day. You say goodbye to all your peers and friends you made along the way. I maxed out like Ryuji and Yusuke, and An. I don't think I managed to max out Makoto, Futaba, or Haru, which sucked because I wish I did, but I didn't. But like Ryuji's Ryuji expressing his thoughts has like stuck with me because I recently found like a lo-fi remix where he like talking, which it uses like what he said during his like final farewell, and it's just like, yeah, I just want to run and I want to keep on running. All right. And like it's more touching than that, but I don't remember the exact thing, but it hits hard, dude. Saying goodbye to all your friends that you spent like 100 hours getting to know, and it's just like, we're gonna go our separate ways now, I guess. For real this time. It's not gonna be like Vanilla 5 where we all go on one final road trip together on the way home and drop off Joker. No, it's like, we're just gonna move on with our lives, no matter like the pain we felt and stuff, and the grief, and like all the hardships. Like despite that, we just keep moving forward, because that's the future that we fought for, right? Yeah, so the ending sequence finally starts. You go into the van, and I thought it would play out like normal, where Yusuke would show up for some reason, but nah, it's just Joker. And then like the cops start chasing the van, I mean, we're about to chase the van, but then Dr. Maruki shows up and he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you a free ride for this. And then we're like, oh, wait, shit, you're still alive. That's amazing. And, like, there's a whole ass explanation as to why him being a taxi driver is, like, thematically appropriate, but I'm not going to get into that because this is already an hour 40 long. And I don't think anybody's listening to me at this point except myself. But, yeah. Yeah, he just gives you a free ride, and he's like, if you ever need anything, just give a call or whatever. No, he doesn't say that. He's like, if you ever feel like you fucked up in life or something, just, you can do what I did and just start over, huh? Why not? And if you remember that, well, we can call it even. And then he gives you one last fist bump. God. But yeah, and then you go on the train. Morgana shows up and he's like, hey, you snuck into your bag. I'm going with you because I'm not leaving you alone after what happened, dude. I'm crying too. And then Sumire shows up. What they did there was kind of weird. I wish they did more because I did romance her and stuff. But she's just like, you told me to keep my head up, right? And then she just bows and then leaves. That was weird. I wish she was like, all right, senpai, bye. I love you. And then you just go on the train. And then credits roll. There's just a bunch of scenes where it's like, oh, everybody's doing their own thing now and like trying to get back with their lives. And then like Our Light started playing and I just sat there like, shit, man, what am I feeling right now? What is this? And like, I literally was the embodiment of those memes where you've beaten a great game whenever you're sitting there during the credits just thinking, damn. And you're just like sitting there and it's just like the Wojak dude. Like, I was literally that. Just sitting there like, what is this indescribable emptiness that I feel right now? Just sitting there listening to Our Light, like Lynn's singing her heart out, and I'm just like, what now? What do I do now? And that is what we call post-game depression, folks. Yeah, I closed the game, and I just sat there. I cried. I didn't know what to do. So I just sat there, and like the next day, I laid in bed for a very long time, and I think I cried some more. And then it took my cousin to show up to get me to get out of bed, and then we went on like a bike ride, and I was listening to like this mix of like Persona 5 Royal relaxing music just while biking, and it was just really nice. And it helped me reflect a lot, unlike the entire journey we went through. But like, I'm not even kidding when I say this, but for like the entirety of the next month, from like I finished the game June 5th, like up until like July 5th, every day I just felt completely hollow, and like I just didn't know what to do with my life. I was just like, what do I do now, man? What's the point anymore? like I still feel that to this day, just not as extreme as that month after I finished it. But like, yeah, it was just such a big part of my life at that moment, and it really impacted me a lot. And yeah, that's why I'm making this video. That's why I wanted to make those videos that I'll hopefully make in the future. And I'm gonna like do this whole thing again, but like more organized, and like it'll be well edited and stuff, instead of me just like rambling for like 2 hours in a closet. And hopefully it'll be good, but that's not gonna happen for like another 2 years. But yeah, that's basically why I love Royal so much. Just I played it. I had such a phenomenal time with it, and it really impacted me. And like that third semester is a masterpiece and like perfect. And like, yeah, just for the next month, and technically like the next 3 years, like I just felt empty, dude. I didn't know what to do. I was, as a one blonde, red-eyed man once felt, an indescribable emptiness after I finished that game. Like, I have a journal and I like write shit down about how I'm feeling. Actually, I don't write it down. I draw it. And like for the next month, it's just like me and my, me drawn in like a Joker outfit, just like crying each day. Like, okay, day 1 of no P5R after I finished. This shit hurts. And then like it turned into a week and I'm like, dude, I listened to Our Light today and I fucking cried. And then like 2 weeks passed by. I listened to it again. My heart still hurts. I still miss the Phantom Thieves and like all of the confidants I made. Like just after a month, I decided this is enough. I'll just do what they did and move on with my life, no matter how much pain I'm feeling. And like, I still miss that game, and I wish I could play it again and feel what I felt for the first time, but that'll never happen again. And it's kind of special, I guess. But yeah, I finished it June 5th, and it'll have been 3 years since that happened if I post this on the right day. I don't think anybody's gonna listen to me ramble for a whole ass 1 hour 46 minutes. Maybe you, one specific friend that watches my videos. I'm not gonna name your name for discretion or whatever, but like, you know who you are. And if you're hearing this right now, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't think you are, because this doesn't really make that much sense, but if you are listening to it and you got all the way here, you're the best. And same with anybody else who like decided to keep listening. I know that whenever I make Persona 5 Royal content, it ends up getting more views than what I would do if I posted like something like Oshinoko review. Please watch that. I worked hard on it. But yeah, hopefully maybe this one will get like 10 views or something. I hope. But then again, it's like 1 hour 47, so I don't know. I should end this here, but I don't really know how to end it. Kind of like how I don't know what to do with how I'm feeling after it's been 3 years since I finished Royal. Goddamn, dude. Expect nothing. I don't have anything planned apart from this, actually. Maybe I'll make a video soon. Who knows? Yeah, I love Royal. It's the most impactful thing in my life. That isn't like family or like experiences with my family and friends or like food and water and pencils. Like those are important, yeah, but they're like obvious stuff. Like this is like, if you ask me what the most important thing is to me, it would probably be family. And then after that, probably like food and then pencils and like water and stuff. But then like you go to like, if you ask me like, no, like what's the most impactful thing you've experienced or whatever, like Royal is definitely what I'm gonna say. Maybe One Piece, but no, One Piece isn't over yet. I probably will feel a much greater depression afterward than I did with Royal, but that's not happening yet, and we'll see whenever that does happen. But yeah, Royal. It's amazing. You should play it. I don't know why you listened to this if you didn't. Don't sleep through dreams that can come true. This has been me rambling for 1 hour 50. Take care of yourself. I'll see you on the flip side, and I hope you have a happy birthday. Peace. Oh no, wait, I can't.